What's up, everybody? I'm going to do a quick little live stream because I'm kind of tired. Fixed aspect ratio. All right. If anybody wants to see something, just write it in the chat box, or if you're watching the replay, go for and write it up in the comments, and feel free. So here I am. This is what I usually do. I make a bunch of frames. It's different every time, but same process. I'm gonna go and check out my live stream right here. Let's go to my chats. Pop out chat. Nice. All right. When I was in art school, I was told that it's really difficult to be creative when you're tired. So I should be going to sleep, but I really want to live stream because it's kind of addicting. Oh, I see that there are a couple people on. If you guys are interested or want to see me draw something, or I'm just going to go and do a study at the moment. Um, let's take a look. I am going to study one of my favorite films. What is my favorite film? Okay, let me throw on some YouTube music, because YouTube music is great. Let me just take my time. Cinematic, inspiring music. Let's hear this. There we go. This is a composition. We're looking down. This is a down shot or high angle. Here's our figure. I usually like to just freehand my perspective, just because it's easier. I mean, like using a ruler, I like doing that later. Yo, what's up, Bruce? Today I just got off of working and I wanted a live stream. I was gonna ditch it, but man, it's just kind of addicting. It's pretty addicting to just keep on drawing. Where are you from again, Bruce? Like Florida, I think? Alright, that's long enough. I'm gonna move to the next shot. But simply, this guy goes, he enters. Oh, Wisconsin. Are you in school out there? I forgot. And are you from Los Angeles? Sorry, I guess there might be a delay. Yep, film and theater. Dope, man. For some reason, I thought that you were a programmer. Anyways, do you have any? Do you want to see a demo of something? Feel free. Hello, Ryan. It's right there, and I love it when I go back. I kind of am now. I work in IT, but not what I want to be doing with my life. Gotcha. Oh man, I'm a little slow right now. Dope. Do you draw, Bruce? I can barely hear the music. Ah, it's because on my computer it's so low. What's up, Ryan? Where are you coming from? Oh, cool. Comic-Con, that's dope. Are you gonna be drawing over there? Or just going for fun? Dope. Who's your art rep? Yeah, dude, that happens all the time, Bruce. When I have nothing in my mind, I go and I study. And that's a lot of times. I don't have ideas in my head. It's just, I get tired. Right now, I'm just looking at shapes. Like, when I watch videos, I still look at tutorials today. Just because there's always something more to learn. But shapes is something I want to play around with because most of the day I'm doing line. I'm most comfortable with line. I need my little glove because when I have this glove, it allows me to slide my arm. So here's a person. One of the things that I've been thinking about when I draw people, I have this problem. See this problem right here? It's symmetrical. But some of the things I do, I try to figure out how to make it not symmetrical. But see, I'm just trying to lay in the shapes. I like going 2D first and then work my way into 3D. This guy right here, he's looking around. I just had a storyboard art wrap. But they said things kind of dried up, especially after the writer's strike. Nice, man. Yeah, things have dried up. I mean, right now, okay, so I'm in the union. I'm in the local 800, which is Art Directors Guild. And what's happening is that the Art Directors Guild is going to be going on strike because our contract is up. Our contract's up in not July, June. So I hear a lot of projects right now are going to be put on pause until that gets figured out, I believe. And that's what I've been hearing. It really sucks. But I know a lot of companies don't want to go through the same crap that happened during the writer's strike. Oh, I feel you. Ugh, I totally feel you. Ah, but I heard commercials are still happening. Wait, who is your rep? I'm repped with Storyboards Inc. That's how I first started out in commercials. That's good that you've been keeping yourself busy with other art stuff. To be honest, I really wish I was. If I wish I did some comics stuff. Gotham. Haven't heard of them. But I did want to ask you what kind of Wacom device. Oh, I use the cheap one. I use the one. It's called the 22. I don't like to use the HD because too it's too crisp. I mean, like we're doing storyboards. I mean, if I was like an illustrator, maybe I would need all that 4K goodness, but I like to just get the cheap stuff. Um, Sorry, let me just. I hear an echo on my end. Monitor off. Interesting, Ryan. I haven't heard of that. But I do recommend people starting out in storyboarding to have a rep because it gets your feet wet and they get you lots of work. Oh, nice. Who was that emailed you? Was it Stacy, Susie, Meryl? Wait, how long ago was your show? Hey, and Ryan, feel free to dip. I know you gotta go to Orlando. Um, oh, okay. That was probably a long time ago, cause I don't remember her. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. 2 years ago. So another little trick I like to do, I'm trying to throw a highlight right here on the dude's face. So I check and I do my little, what is that, eyedropper on this, and I do my eyedropper on that. Look at how close they are. So I have this color or that shade and then that shade. So it needs to be brighter than this, but not as bright as this. This is like the lightest of the lightest. So then I look, you see, it's going light, dark. I go halfway, and that was a little too bright. So let's go like right there. Maybe that's a little too bright too. And I just have like something subtle like that. So that's a little trick I do sometime. I was in the Animation Guild on Ultimate Spider-Man. I was a revisionist. That's dope, man. Good stuff. Congrats on that. After this, I'll probably check out your site. Multiply. Nope. I'm gonna do color dodge. After that, it was hard to find storyboard gigs. Oh, cool. You know her. That's great. How do you know Amy Umezu? Yeah, I have. She's cool. She's a great artist. go to Nishi Buddhist Temple. Yo, I went to Venice Buddhist Temple. That's where I grew up. That is funny. Ryan Otagawa. Alright, I gotta look you up right now, bro. Bro, your work is great. Is that where she's from? You know, I don't know where she's from. I think she's from. I don't know. Wait, so you grew up in LA, Ryan? Yeah, her dad is a minister for sure. Okay. Okay, cool. Very cool. How'd you find my channel? Unless maybe you follow it? I don't know. That's dope, man. Well, welcome. Yeah, I was back in junior YBA a long time ago. Oh my god, what year? 2000. Had to have been before 2002. Probably like 2000. I was in 10th grade in 2000. 94, gotcha. Yeah, I graduated in 2002. 93. Do you know Greg Psyche? Did you know Miss Nagata? Wait, did you go to Venice High School? Where did you go to, oh, you lived in Monterey Park. I was born in 84. Yeah, I wish I was better in math. Denise Nakamura. No, sorry, I don't know. Gotcha. I haven't heard of that school. Yeah, there must be people. So I usually do all my thumbnails in Photoshop. Yeah, alright, thanks, Ryan. Good to meet you, too. Feel free to like it, feel free to subscribe. I jump on here and there. Bruce, did you see my like a notification that I was on or something? Alright, peace, man. Aw, dope. Thanks for subscribing. Dope. Thanks, Bruce. Have you seen any cool movies lately? And I really wish I had a more consistent schedule with this live stream. It's just, I can't predict my schedule. Godzilla -1. That's dope. Yeah, I know. I have been very bad. I have not seen Boys in the Boats yet. Gotta. Is -1 out streaming yet? So I'm blurring my eyes so I could see less detail. Oh wow, black and white. That's cool. So Bruce, what got you into theater and film studies? Because I went to London for study abroad for theater. Study some Shakespeare. Oh, you're a part of a feature film. That's great. What was it? Did it come out? That's awesome, man. And do you want to be a filmmaker when you get out of school? What are you thinking? 'Cause, yeah, when I was younger, I mean, I still do. I wanted to direct films. Still do. drawn. I love drawing. But so does Ridley Scott. It's such a good skill to be able to draw. Not sure how to do all that detail. So they're in a church. Dude comes in, camera tilts up and reveals a bunch of dead bodies inside the church. Y'all know what film it is yet? This film was the film that got me back into filmmaking. Like, I wanted to be a film director when I was 8. My dad had a beta camera, so I played around with that. I remember when I was 8, I didn't understand the concept of a cut, that like one shot can go, if you just turn the camera off and aim the camera in a different place, it'll cut. And that just blew my mind. So I made little movies linearly. So like if it was like a shot of the garage, that's the wide shot, and then someone comes out of the garage, I would stop the camera, and then I would get like a close-up of like the doorknob and see the doorknob turn, and then I would cut to like a medium shot or something of me or my brother coming out of the garage. And if I messed up or something, or if I was smiling when I was coming out of the garage, I would rewind the tape and then take it over again. And that's how I would film it. So when I'm done, it was all in camera. That's what it's called. It was in camera. And then later I did some others. Later I got some editing gear. And I did more. Man, it's 11:30. Let's see. So anyways, this movie re-inspired me. Let's see. What's about you? Oh, cool. What was the film called, if you don't mind me asking? did start that young. But I mean, I was lucky because my dad, he had the camera and stuff. And he let me play around with it. But from 8 to like 12, I made little movies. One of my favorites, well, Terminator 2 got me into filmmaking. And then after that, it was John Woo films. I loved Hard Boiled. I don't know if you've heard of that film, but loved that. I loved it so much that I sent a letter to him because I wanted that hard boiled music. And he sent me back a cassette tape, and he was so nice about it. And I still have that tape. Yeah, I love Chow Yun Fat. I hear his name's Chow Yun Fate. That's how you pronounce it, I think. And then I loved Face Off. I loved that movie, The Rocketeer. Hook. That was great. But then after 12, I got into skateboarding, was in middle school, and then in 8th grade got into breakdancing. I could still do windmills. So this is interesting right here. We're at a top shot looking down as we come across, and then now we have a low angle up shot looking up. Wow, that's pretty cool. I do think oh, okay. And then we come back to this shot. He's just like, what is going on? Yup. Can you break dance, sir? Yup, cardboard mat. Totally. So one thing I've learned about drawing is that line is great. Line is great, but tone, like our eyes see tone much better than line. Let's just go quick. So here he's going right here. It's like hello. Like this is kind of hard to see, but then you throw that on and it really lets it shine. Oh, thanks, Maria. Yeah, I know it's pretty late. I'm just chilling, but thanks for watching. He says hello. Let me hear. Dude turns around. What? I go this way, and then move this over. Filter, blur, motion, blur, boom. You guys know the film yet? Dead people in a church. Dude says hello. Dead people stand up. Dude backs up. Up, and then now we're looking down again on all the dead people like that. And then dude passes left to right. Crosses. And then after he crosses, might be a little different, but would you be open to showing how you utilize Photoshop? Yeah, totally. Totally. Well, it just depends on what you want to learn or what you want to do in Photoshop, I'd say like hands down first thing is to learn how to just manipulate shapes first before you get into any of those tricks and stuff. And then because the tricks like motion blur and all that stuff, they can be gimmicky, I feel. Not, I mean, not in a bad way, but like you don't want to rely on them. But let's see. I mean, I when I'm in a bind, I like to trace because tracing, you can get really good just by tracing. Like for instance, here, let me get something. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, like for instance, let's take like for me, I like to study shapes. Copy this. So, like, let's say we have something like this. I used to do this all the time. So, well, first off, what are we looking at? We're looking at what's the angle? We're looking up at Superman. Hey, Paul, what's up, man? So I like to see, like, well, first it's like, where does the ear and the eyebrow, where do they line up? Because I know that a face, if you draw it like flat on like this, you do it in thirds, like this. 1, 2, 3. This right here is the brow. This right here is the nose. And you come like this. And you divide it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divisions. And then usually the halfway point from here to there, that's where your eyes land. So the ears, they go from here to the nose. I'm sure you all probably know that, but if not, that's how it goes. So when I look at where the ears are, where the ears are, I look for the brow, and I see roughly that it's like right there. And I like to do box heads like that. So this is how I analyze. So I go, and then we go into anatomy. Who's that? It's the sternocleidomastoid or something. And I know that's under. And then I know that if I draw an X from here to here, that's the midpoint, but does this thing. So I'm basically taking the knowledge that I already know about the shapes of the face and I'm mapping it on here. I'm not like trying to trace. I'm trying to analyze it. And so like it's simple like that. So then if I ever have that problem that I need to do, I know, okay, well, I could draw my cube right there. And then I could draw the neck right there. And I know that the ear will be lower, the brow, and then the nose. Okay, so there's the midpoint, which is right here. And yeah, the nose does something like this. Because, you know, when you storyboard, you're asked to call for so many different angles that there's, I don't know, it's like some people have like certain angles down in their head, but like what if there's an obscure angle that you've never done before? Well, that's when these shapes can help. So now I'm doing it the opposite way. But I think this is too flat on. I would go. So funny, I always draw faces looking Asian. And then when I'm called to draw white people, they end up being half Asian, half white. But when I draw black people, they tend to look black because, I don't know, they have a lot of similar features to Asians. I feel like it's a little more exaggerated. So here I'm going off of how I like to facet faces. So it's like when I get to something like this, I like that, I'll just knock it back like that by erasing. Go to my ink, and then still keep it loose, keep it rough. One artist I learned a lot from was Sung Aeun Kim, if anybody's ever heard of him. Dude is an amazing artist. Jesus. So this is basically a hybrid version of this. Okay, replicating. Try not to replicate. Try to find the volumes of the reference you use. So, like, alright, let's see this one. Copy this. I'm taking another face. Say her face. And this is all studying. This is just studying. Here. So, first thing I ask myself, what is going on? Where's my eye level? Where's her eyes? I think since I'm seeing the top of her head, the cube would be more like this. It does not have to be perfect. I mean, but to be honest, when I was starting out, I tried really hard to make it real perfect. But then as you do it over and over and over, you just start to feel it. See, like, I would be like, oh, gotta have it right there at the bottom of the chin. But you don't have to do that. It's just because it's going to change. Your drawing is going to change. So we're looking down on her. I'm assuming her eyes right there. And then her neck is right here. Her traps are right there. Trapezius. And I'd say her other shoulder might be like right here. I guess her arms are over here. I have a feeling this is happening. So see, I'm using cylinders right now. That's another thing. And then let's come into the face. If I draw my X, alright, so that's the midpoint. Let's see, her shape of a nose is a little bit stronger. But try to find this simple shape. So like, again, female faces are a little softer. But it all it's all the same. Men, women, they're the same. Another way that I like to think of drawing women is draw kids. Because if you draw kids, see, right now I'm copying because I think I'm just tired. But okay, another thing I like to do, here's a cool trick. I like to just rough out her head first, like this. Okay, there's the bottom of her eyes. Why do I do that? I don't know. I should have done it right in the middle, but I'll be okay. I'll like rough in the head. See, I was just getting into the details right now. That's not good. Roughly place your hair where your brow is, where your nose is, where your mouth is. Maybe you draw like where the hands are. Again, these are just guides. Because then after I do that, cool. Looks pretty ugly. But I'll go like this, put it off to the side, and then this is my rough. So then I'll knock it back. Let's go to 80. 80% opacity. And then, based on this, I'll look at that and then I'll try to just analyze. What is it doing? Where are things? But I have a general idea because I did the rough underneath. Right now I'm getting too into the detail. Like with women's nose, I try really hard not to overly draw the nose. I just kind of suggest. Here's an eye. I like to draw the full eye. Again, but when you're drawing it, make it yours. Not be a slave to the reference. So, one artist I really like, couple artists who draw females very well, is Adam Hughes. Love his females. Frank Cho, his girls are great. And the Modesty Blaze, I really like. I don't remember, Holland? I forgot his name. But a big thing when you're learning to draw is finish. Like, go, even if it looks ugly, just keep going. Because I believe there's always like an ugly stage of your drawing, and then if you just keep going and going, you'll hit a sweet spot. It'll start coming. Just gotta keep working it. Like when I was starting out, I was trying to be as fast as I could be. And I don't recommend that. I don't recommend going fast. I recommend going slow, understand it, and then you could go fast. Just take your time, really understand what you're doing. So after I did something like this, yeah, it is tough having deadlines, but if you take a look at the drawings that I did here, Like, I was doing this. It's not precious. It's not pretty. You keep going and going. I mean, look at this. That's a good habit is to just keep moving forward. Like, what trips me up is like, oh, should I put the camera here? No, I could put it here, but what if I put it here? What'll it do? What'll it do? What'll it do? And then sometimes I come out with too many camera angles that I'm like, I just gotta move forward through the story, through the beats. That's why it's good to, write your beats down. For example, like this beat is guy enters church. Next is he finds stairs. He goes upstairs. He sees writing on the wall. And then he's here. He sees something. And now we're at the top. He sees dead bodies. And low angle looking up. He's looking up at them. Yeah, that's a good one, Paul. Finished, not perfect. I like that. I mean, to be honest, you might not even need this shot, but it was a cool one when he put it in there. But he sees the dead bodies, and then we go to this low angle looking up, not necessary. And then we're back at him, he sees something. We pan across all the dead bodies, and then he speaks, hello? And then one dead person comes up, and then we whip, pan to the right. We see another guy stand up, and then we see our hero step back. And then the next beat is he walks away and he approaches doors. It's a zombie priest. You guys know what it is yet? I'll tell you. It's 28 Days Later. That was one of my favorite films that got me back into filmmaking. I just love the editing. I love the Dutch angles. I love just the action and how humanity turns against itself, even when there's a plague. It's interesting how that's kind of like what COVID did. But yeah, let me know what some of your guys' favorite films are. Leave it in the comments. I would love to, study some of those. Bruce, Paul, thanks for joining me. I am beat. I got a big day tomorrow. So, oh, and Paul, you got your live stream tomorrow as well. I'll come and check it out. Well, have a good night, you guys. Peace.